Kenneth. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Really excited and happy. This new screen paint it's already launched. I have to go on the website and load pictures up because I took some nice pictures of the screen in action. Just came off from doing a demonstration over on Facebook Live, showing them off the new technology. Also, a few people have been asking about the acoustic screens, so we're going to have them available on the site on Thursday. This is going to be the 235.1 and the 135 inch at 16:9. All right, so let's get to displaying white levels off of the black screen paint. And as I said before, this is actually one of the darkest roll-on screen paints we have ever developed. We do have another dark version of it, which is actually the spray-on version, which is the Limitless. But like I said, it's a bit of a challenging product to apply because we only cater that toward most people who buy that are companies are people that may be familiar or handy with the paint sprayer. This is a very easy application. It's just roll on and you're done. We already did the test demonstrations and also displaying demonstrations of the side-by-side of the 12 versus the black. And as you can see, the black technology we have under the Black Nova 17 is actually 3 shades darker than a 12. So it passed all its demonstrations. Right now I'm having some fun with it, doing some of the white level demonstrations, which I just got finished doing over on Facebook. They had a ball with that. I'm going to be doing some pre-recorded videos. Those are going to be set up for demonstrations for the website. We're going to be replacing all of the 12 videos will be removed from the website, and added on will be the new 17. As I said before, in the shopping carts, if you try to find the 12, only the 1 quart will be available for that 1 week, and then it will be discontinued. All right, so let's move on to some white levels, which we're going to be doing a demonstration with this. Well, not this, like now. I am so tired right now. I have been up since, I think 4 o'clock this morning is when I got up this morning. 4 o'clock this morning. Now for my projector, I thought, well, if I'm doing this demonstration, displaying the screen's white levels, it's not fair if I use the 43 lumen projector. I'm actually using my Sony VPL CS4. I got the right CS4? Oh yeah, CS4 projector. This projector is only 1,000 lumens. It is around 800 by 600 720p SVGA, just to show you the white levels on a projector of only 1,000 lumens only. I could have used the other projector I have, which is the ViewSonic, but it's 3,800 lumens. The lumen count is way too high. And the best one for this demonstration, if I'm doing displaying white levels, is to do it on a projector of 1,000 lumens, which the screen already displayed outside at 1,000 lumens. So inside, it's going to be a cakewalk for it. And that way, it cuts down a lot of the naysay of individuals that may say, well, the reason why the white levels are so high is because he's using a 4,300 lumen projector, and now we're at 1,000. And as you can see, the images are nice and white. And this projector is still in factory settings, and there's no calibrating. I don't even know why you would even try. And as always, there is the environment, nice and well lit as it should be. And to get up on top of the screen to see how impressive the white levels are. Mr. is a fox. Okay, and I'm going to actually go through some white levels through here. So let's go grab a few more. I want to do the LG snow demonstration, which I like to do. I want to do that one. That's a really good one, but as I said before, there's copyrighted music on that, and I'm not trying to get slammed by anything. As I said before, in order to be able to obtain nice, beautiful images like fresh fruits and skin tones and all that, a white level has to be required for that. We have to go through our commercial areas. Okay, there we go. He's got that. That's a crazy terrain. There's no way in the world I could do that. Much more higher white levels than that. Let's see if it gave me what I wanted. I said 4K. That's what I wanted. Instance factory settings, nothing changed on the projector behind me. I like doing this one with the snow flurries. Because if the screen was too dark, you wouldn't be able to see the flurries individually dropping from the screen. It would be virtually impossible to see if the screen was producing too high of a contrast level. You wouldn't be able to make out the trees in the background. Not in the house with the rooftop, you wouldn't be able to see a thing at all. And the fact that you can see snow flurries on a projector of 1,000 lumens on a super jet black screen shows that the screen produces very good white levels. This is what I explained over and over again. I could say this till I'm blue in the face. Anytime we develop a black screen, first thing we display are white levels. Anytime you develop a gray screen, the first thing you should display is contrast levels. There's no excuse for it. When we display black, silvers, and ultralights, you can go back to my demonstrations, we display those contrast levels right from the door. Now, anyone that avoids that, there's something wrong there, like I said, with the screen. Let's go over to snowboarding for a documentary. Let's go to the LG snowboarding demonstration. Like I said, with this black technology, I could have just picked and choose my demonstrations. I could have chose all contrast demonstrations, knowing that the screen would perform extremely well because the screen's jet black. I do the opposite. That's what you're supposed to do. So one of the things they teach you in training is that your weakest side you develop to be your best side. They always teach you that. You should know that. Anybody basically in any form of fighting or any form of hand-to-hand combat, you always train the weakest side to be stronger. Because that's the side, if you're basically and doing a little bit of sparring or whatever you may be doing, and they see that you're remaining maybe on your left side more than your left side, maybe on your right side more than your left side, then they're going to figure that all your power has to be on your left side. You're not knowing that you've trained your left side to be more powerful than your right. They'll never see it coming. So if I'm basically sparring someone or I'm basically doing hand-to-hand combat, I'm using mainly my right side. The left side, is basically, it's like a finisher because you would never see it coming. Because that's the side I would train to be better than the side I'm used to using. Yeah, little things to teach you. Like I said, little things to teach you. All right, let's move on. Let's see. I don't want to do that because it's going to be too much contrast in there. But I do need some brighter colors. I think we did the fox already. Did we do the fox already? I need to buy me a package. I need to buy me a package that's going to have nothing but white levels in it. That's what I need, like flower. Oh, I know something. Japanese cherry blossoms, 4K. I did that one already, but I want really, really, really bright, bright, bright levels. That's what I want. Relaxing white flowers, cherry blossoms. I know cherry blossoms are not white, but hopefully. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. A little better. Can I get some up on the flowers? There we go. I gotta literally hunt this stuff down. I had a really good one, real good one. I had nice bright white flowers displaying across the screen. This has too many black levels in it. I need something brighter than that. What's this right here? That's pretty nice. All right. That's a nice, bright, soft level. I like that. I want something a little bit more than that. Oh, this has to be really good. Come on, whiter levels, whiter levels, whiter levels. This is good, but not white enough. Nope. So it's going to produce. You got to have, in order for colors to show up, you have to have those white levels in there. This is not making me happy. I need brighter levels, much brighter levels than that. Okay. Cat trumpet, white flowers, relaxing. Let's see what they have. Usually have something real nice. Oh, that's okay. I like that. What's this right here? Give it to me, snow. Right, I like that, but it's still not what I want. "4K relaxing white flowers blooming." Oh, come on, let's get it on. Let's see it. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, anything more? It's a little bit more brighter. This ain't doing it for me. Let's see. "4K skin tones." I've done that one already before. That's not gonna keep me happy. We could do this one right here real quick, but I just want something like some really nice, good white flesh tones or something. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, you need this anyway to have white levels. You have to be able to have, in order to get bright, beautiful color. Oh, I forgot about that demonstration here. We have to do that. The Skyward, that's a really bright demonstration. Skyworth food demonstration. I like this one right here. Very nice bright levels. Get those nice pastel colors. I'll put you up a little closer if you want to be. There you go. Now, see, you see different levels of white levels. Look at the fruit. Now look at the blade on the knife. Look at the chopping board. All that requires white light. I tell you, God's amazing. He's amazing. I talked about this, what, last year? I said I wanted a super crazy jet black screen with amazing white levels. And this is, like I said, 1000 lumens, 720p. And I'm pretty sure your projector is better than this one. That's just a knockoff. But then that's got to be better than that. That's a portable behind me. All right, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love it. Well, thank my Lord and Savior. Thank you so much. That beautiful piece of work. I'm going to start my blueprints on designing my outdoor screen, 235.1. Actually, I'm going to do a 235.1. I'm going to do a customized for myself. I want a particular size, the 235.1. Nothing with a particular size. Oh shoot. With the natural skin tones. Look at the white on his shirt. I like that. When you see the natural skin tones and you see the white on the shirt, you see multiple layers of white. And I'll tell you, this bothers some people. It bothers some people. That makes them upset. Ask yourself at the end of the day, who are you more upset with, me or God? Because I told you before, my technology comes out and I put my faith in my Lord and Savior, and my technology will continue to get better. He's the one that blesses my hand. What you do about that? What makes it so more embarrassing is the fact that, like I said, people who try to discredit the 12s as being too dark, and the technology is darker than 12. And look at the white levels on it. So it just shows that when people try to do that, you're out it. So how is a screen that's darker than 12 is producing amazing high white levels? That means the 12s were perfect to begin with. Makes you look like a really bad individual. Look at that. God will debunk all those theories. Anything that I put in my Lord's name, anything that he blesses me to be able to design and make, he will show you for what you are. I'm already in the process of building my custom 60-inch for myself for gaming. And, like I said, I'm going to be a 235.1 out back. More customized. And the beautiful thing about it is we don't have to depend on an expensive projector to be able to produce a beautiful image. We can do it on that 1000 projector, and of course, as always, in a fully lit environment, as it should be done. Wait here a minute. Show you where my projector is sitting. This is how far my projector sits back from the screen. So I'll brighten my environment. It's nice and bright all the way around. That's how you're supposed to do a demonstration. It's not just for that one individual, for companies too. They should be doing demonstrations on this level. Not that poorly, badly lit, ambient light controlled environment. I don't know what that's about. I'll tell you the truth, I really don't. I don't even know what that's about. I still can't get over there on elite screens, but the guy was sitting there saying my blinds are fully open. The screen is producing an amazing image. Where? That came out nice. Let's see what I'll play around with. Any other white levels on here? That's contrast. That's way too easy. That's a cakewalk. Now, I find it interesting that these particular individuals will do demonstrations on saying, oh, this is how a black screen really looks. When I'm over here doing it live on 1,000 lumens, even outside with no problem. But yet, I have yet to see these Starfield demonstrations on these other gray screens. I have yet to see it. We're going to do next week, we're going to be displaying a lot on the black silver, which we make, and that ultra light, doing constant contrast demonstrations off these screens and requesting for others to do the same, as in display those contrast levels off their screens. Also, too, with at least a 4 to 5 screens certified right from the door. And as I said, at the end of the day, if you don't, we'll buy your product, have it shipped down here, and then we'll run you through the grinder, which means you go through every last test demonstration our screen would have to go through. I guarantee you, you won't go well. Usually it never does. Ooh, that is beautiful. We got anything else on here nice and bright? Let me see. Let's put some 4K ice cream. I'm just reaching, trying to see whatever's going to pop up. We can get something with some kind of 4K display. Ice cream. Cancel. Let's see. Oh, GoPro snowboarding. Let's see what that brings up. As long as we ain't get to playing the music, we're good. Because this projector behind us can't do sound. And like I said, don't worry about doing demonstration on how black screens are supposed to perform. You should be displaying those contrast levels off that gray screen in a fully lit environment on a projector of 1,000 lumens. Same as I'm doing here, because as I said before, if I'm developing black technology, there is really no point in me showing you all contrast levels. What for? The screen's black. I should be showing you white levels. That's what you should be seeing. Same thing should go back to a person who develops great screen paints. They should be displaying contrast levels in a fully lit environment. No dark shadows, nothing. Environment must stay fully lit at all times. Don't worry about how black screens are supposed to be displayed. What you need to do is do a demonstration in a fully lit environment on a 1,000 projector. We have the same one I have over here, and I want to see a contrast demonstration off your screen. The star field. And please do not compare your technology to this, because I have your screen paint over here. I'll put you through the grinder. You don't want to go through this. You don't want to go side by side next to this one. Oh, the 17s were nightmares. This is even worse. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this individual, every time we develop any kind of screen paint, right behind us, running the mouth. So like I said, don't worry about what we do over here. I want to see that contrast level on that gray screen over there. Disconnect that P2 and hook up your Sony 1,000 lumen projector. My room from here to here is around 13 feet, and display a contrast demonstration. The whole back area wall should be well lit, because if I can show white levels off my screen on 1,000 lumens being super jet black, you can show up contrast levels on yours. That is absolutely freaking nuts. At one point, I feel like it was on a 90 incline. Good gracious. I give them to them. They got that. Where's the sun in the background? How bright it is, how bright the image is of only 1,000 lumens. Now the reason why I like to use a 1,000 lumen projector when I'm doing the white demonstrations is because I want people to show that the screen has plenty enough gain. It is extremely bright. You don't have to up your lumens on your projector in order to be able to push off that white level. You can do it with just 1,000 lumens. See, I can see how bright the sun is behind the back of his head. With the difference between the blue sky and the white powder. Let's get the last one. Beautiful Women, 4K. Of course, they butchered it. They butchered it. They butchered it. Let's see. Put those nice bright skin tones in there. I have to do this one. There you go. From you over here, so that way, put you right there. I want you to be close enough to the screen. There you go, that's perfect. I want the projector hitting the, there we go. Like I said, we have gray screens, we make just about everything. But like I said, if it doesn't have color coding technology, it ain't worth your time. And we'll display it tomorrow because that 98-inch over there, we're going to be coating that with the black silver. And we're going to be doing some demonstrations outside only on 1,000 lumens. And that screen right there will pour Starfield outside. Without that color coding, you can't basically adjust the color on your screen. Just like I said, the exotics, the weirdest color screens you ever seen, but they can pull up different colors with no problem. Same thing when it comes to color coding. We can enhance our white levels on a black screen. Same thing, I can enhance contrast levels for a gray screen, so see a contrast level to mimic it. We can do the same thing on a black screen. We can actually up the white levels. Oh, you're always saying we. It's just you. No, it's me and God. That's what I mean by we. That's my business partner right there. Well, actually, he's the CEO. I understand if some people come on here and try and talk about white levels. Like, do you even understand how white levels actually work? And you know that white doesn't come in one level. It comes in multiple shades of level. It's required in order for you to be able to get colors to pop with a higher white level, but keep in mind the contrast level has to be there to give you a more deeper and darker image. So this is where things get a little complicated. Then they don't explain to you the physics of basically a distance throw on exactly. You do know that bottom line is when you have projectors. I was explaining to me and a customer, we're talking about projectors and distance throw. A lot of people don't realize is that when you have a projector, you usually have a projector in an environment, say it's about 20 feet back, and then they have to calculate exactly how much light is going to be in the environment, including what's coming from the windows, how much per square inch per how much light they have in the environment itself, the distance of where the projector has to travel, how much lumens of it's going to be left from the projector by the time it reaches destination, how much is required for the screen to pick up just a certain amount of lumens coming from the projector. Like say if your projector shoots off at 6,000, and depending on the light you have coming from the window, depending on the any light you have in the environment, that could eat up your lumen count extremely. And depending on how far the distance has to travel, then you have to worry about that too. So if the screen can only produce an image at around minimum of 2,000 lumens, you have to make sure that you have a high enough count on your lumen count that when it makes contact with the screen, that the screen is going to be able to use the minimum of 2,000 to produce an image coming back at you. There's a whole lot of crap that goes on. And then all that basically plays a role if it doesn't reach a certain amount to be able to make contact with the screen, then you suffer with the issue of images fading out, contrast levels dropping, and the image becoming unwatchable. Because there's not enough lumens to make contact with the screen to generate enough gain to actually push an image back at you for you able to see. And this is all done inside. We do our demonstrations outside on a distance throw at 1,000 lumens. And most of these people are doing these particular demonstrations at somewhere between 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 lumens because they need a high enough lumen count to sacrifice lumens that will be dropped in the process of making distance from A to B, where we start off at 1,000 lumens at 13 feet outside. So I know darn well by the time that projector takes off, it's not going to have nearly next to nothing by the time a black screen picks it up and be able to push an image right back at you. That's what I had so much fun about sticking that projector outside on the ledge, because that projector sat outside with sunlight hitting it, which means when that projector fired off, it lost a ton of lumens, and then it still had to travel the distance over 13 feet, 13 feet, and then basically hit a 130 watt lamp in the center of the screen and still produce an image. Meanwhile, you got people hiding in the dark with ambient light controlled environments. Let's bring in, let me see, I'm pretty much done. I've done enough white levels for the day. That's why when I do demonstrations, I don't like to make all my demonstrations on ultra short throw. I like now, when we do the screen upstairs in the Japanese tea room, I use a 1,000 projector on that one. Because we have that for ultra short throw. But I use a 1,000 limit on that one. That's when I did the one outside to show exactly how powerful that screen is. I don't really see people who rely on ultra short throws. That's not really much of a challenge, to tell you the truth. The projector's literally sitting right up on top of the screen. Ain't much of a distance to it. You have to travel from A to B. But I guarantee if your screen ain't correct, you're not pulling up contrast. And if you can't pull contrast, you can't pull color. White sandy beaches, 4K. Yep, excuse me. So if the image was too dark and you couldn't see it, there's no way in the world you would be to separate the white sand from the blue ocean or the clouds from the blue sky. It'd all be blended into one and you couldn't make out one over another. Let's see. I love this technology. Now, just going to have to build my screens off of it because I need a couple of screens out of this. I'm going to have to go order me some fiberglass. Because I'm definitely going to need a fiberglass screen. I got to go with, let me see. Sharp 4K demonstrations. No better yet, TCL 4K demonstrations. I want to do that black and white demonstration. Wait, I think I'm way ahead of them. Where's that black and white demonstration? Oh, that's going to be a cakewalk. That's definitely a cakewalk. Now let's see. TCL 4K demonstration. Alright, you already got on the right track. Where's the one with the black and white? That's what I want. Super close. Nah, been there, done that one too many times. I want to see that black and white. Oh, here we go, here we go. Perfect, this is what I want. This will give me my contrast levels and white levels all at the same time. I'm about to do the same demonstration again for Facebook. And then we're going to have a page on the website explaining the new black technology. And then all these demonstrations I'll be redoing again. They'll all be pre-recorded for those demonstrations. We'll do a few of them live, some test demonstrations and stuff like that live, but they'll be pre-recorded. Look at that. Yep, 12 is gone. Definitely gone. And it's not going to be a computer back. So, good thing. We had a good run. And it was a good run. Yeah, that's a good run. Good technology, good run. Good run. Let me show you something. I made a comment about I have so many test formulas that I haven't even got a chance to test them out. This is how many. These are formulas that are working. That I just have not had the time to display. I told you God gives me a lot of amazing ideas. I just don't have the time to do it. All those are test formulas on new technology. What I explained to my naysayers, you only know about the technology that we allow you to see. You don't know about the technology that we design that you know nothing about. This is all technology that I could use years down the line. It's all future proof. All this technology has the capability to beat any screen that we actually can throw at it. All this is just tests. Test. All test formulas. Nothing but test formulas. Stacks and stacks of test formulas. So they're so worried about what we have now, you don't even know about half the stuff that we're working on that I don't even tell you about. You only know about what we show you. And I still haven't had a chance to test these out properly yet either. This is that green technology we developed, and this is the brown. We haven't even had a chance to play with those yet. So that's why I explained to you, don't worry about what you're seeing now. You need to worry about what you haven't seen. All that is technology that's given to me every single day. Just about every day I develop a screen paint. Some I can show off, some I don't. I don't have the time. That would be a bit overwhelming for anybody, consider the fact that technology we developed, it took an hour to develop this technology. So within an hour's time, we developed our Lord blessed us to be able to develop a black screen paint that is literally 3 shades darker than a 12 and can produce amazing, insane white levels. All that technology you see, that's not the end of it. There's I have a shelf downstairs called the 40. There are 40 containers on that shelf. I got so much stuff laying around here that the fact that like I said, I don't have time to get around to it. I still right now have a 135-inch and another 135-inch acoustic screen I got to get on the site. I haven't even finished half of the exotics that got to be on the website now. So there's a lot that I have to do. And I just now finished this thing off. So when I tell you from the door that if it only takes us, if we're demonstrating screen paints that we're making in 20 minutes, and we're doing 3 screen certifies up to 18 to 19 screen certifies, and these screens are blowing through their tests in a day, then that should tell you from the door about the stuff that you don't know about. We only flashed off that sun killer technology last year. Again, that we're working on, it can take a direct hit from the sun. That was the first demonstration, not first demonstration in a room full of lights. First demonstration for that technology was a direct hit from the sun. So that should tell you from there, you only know on what we show you. You don't know about the half of it. You don't even, that's why I sit there and laugh at the Jamies and the Partes. You don't even know the half of how advanced our technology is. And you're worrying about this stuff right here. Not even close to what we have. Like I said, worry about your own craft, because you'll never catch up to us. No. Can't even pass a test. You don't even do the test yourself. So I have 40 downstairs on the rack. I got about a good maybe 15, 16 on that shelf right there. And underneath my kitchen, I got another between 10 to 11 right there. Just never got a chance to test them out yet. And I still got an exotic brand new lime green and chocolate sitting right there on top of that. I haven't had a chance to get around to. Same thing goes with big companies out there. We've tested all your stuff. We have your best of your best over here. Within an hour to what, 20 minutes, we've advanced past technology that took you years to develop. I got enough stuff in here. Consider I could throw all this stuff into the trash and basically start from scratch. And the Lord blessed me with even more advanced ideas than I've already have. 12 is amazing. It's amazing technology, but this is actually better than the 12 now. And then by next year, who knows? We'll have something more advanced than this. Always gotta have a saying, if it be His will. Got jet black, we got mustard in here, and we got blue in the next room. That's what I love about my Lord. Always doing something interesting. I like these older projectors when I got behind me. The reason why I like these older projectors, as I said before, when that projector came out, there was no such thing as black screens or ambient light projection technology or any of that stuff that exists. The person probably bought that projector was probably using it for boardroom meetings and stuff like that. And chances are, I say pretty much, I guarantee that whatever environment they were using, that was probably using an environment that was extremely dark, because at that particular time, you know, you had to go through the whole calibration and all the nonsense and dark environments because you were dealing with white screens. But the sad thing about it is when you, not sad thing, but interesting thing when you think about it, there's nothing wrong with the projector. The projector works perfectly fine. The technology and the screens haven't caught up. People don't think about that part. So here I am using a projector that was discontinued in 1999. In the era where that projector came out, it was probably used in dark environments only because the technology wasn't there. But all the while, the projector had the ability to be able to be used in a fully lit environment. Just the screen didn't have the ability to be able to display it. And here I am now in 2021 using this old projector in a fully lit environment, and I'm displaying an image you can see over screen in a fully lit environment. Like I said, nothing wrong with the projector, it's your screen. And it is. Yeah, if you're sitting there and you can't get a 720p to fire off on your screen and give you correct color, correct contrast and it doesn't look right and it's washed out and it's faded and the picture quality looks bad, then it's your screen. That's why I like older projectors. I do. It's just interesting that at that particular time when that projector came out, there was not, the projector was perfect, worked fine, nothing wrong with it. But everybody was using screens in a dark environment and they were thinking maybe it's the projector. Couldn't be the screen. Oh, it's definitely your screen. Now, if you noticed when I did this demonstration, not once did I turn the lights out. I usually have to be asked to turn my lights out. And if anyone's showing you a demonstration, and eventually either that demonstration is going to start in a poorly lit environment, or if they're going to try to show off the screen having some kind of capability of being able to produce in a fully lit environment, which is going to be ambient controlled lit environment to begin with. But any extra light they have in there, at the end, that screen is going to end up in the dark one way or another. And the reason why it's going to end up in the dark, because that's the only way they can produce a decent picture off that screen. They can't start from start to beginning or beginning to end and show you a demonstration lights on only. And they're going to stay as far away from contrast as possible. Whereas over here, I can show contrast no problem, but if I had problems like that, I would just stay far away from white levels, anything with colors, anything like that, but pretty much would come up too dark and you wouldn't be able to see the image. I would stick near the contrast levels because that would show up better on the screen. White snow, 4K. We're not going to show any demonstrations like this because we're going to stay far. For me, I don't have no problem showing these at all. I like to show snow. Snow, 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 snow. Do, 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 do. Where's one of the train? I like the one of the train that just pushes snow all over the place. Snow, snow, snow. I wonder if I put in white desserts 4K. White desserts 4K. Oh, that brought up desert. They didn't come anywhere close to what I just asked for. White cakes 4K. Ooh. This is going to make me want cake. See how beautiful the white levels are? You wouldn't be able to see the yellow in the yolks. None of that. Ugh, the one thing I can't have is pineapples. I still understand how people put pineapple on pizza. I would never understand that. I mean, to each its own, but still. I have a friend of mine, her son, and her kids all eat Hawaiian pizza. I was like, how? Now me tease like, so why don't you put bananas on it? You ever tried it with strawberries? What about grapes? Let's put in let's do the one that's frosting the cake. That's when I get some nice white level off of that. There we go. Japanese makeup. No, this is freaking me out. Let me see. Japanese showcase makeup. Can't think of the name for it. Japanese theater makeup. Let's see. There we go. That's nice. All right, well, I looked up everything just about I could possibly think of on white levels on this technology using a 1,000 lumen projector. Really can't think of anything else to tell you the truth. So I am going to, I have to load pictures up from pictures I took from here onto the website. So we have pictures up there on the screen. And then I have to load those pictures over up on Facebook. And then I have to order containers. All right, so, gee whiz, so I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm a little tired right now. I am done for the day. I have done all the tests I could possibly think of on this technology. Did white levels at 1,000 lumens. So if you're interested in the projector, I don't know if there's any of these around on freaking on eBay, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you can find one. This 1,000 lumens right there. Very easy for me to use, with no problem whatsoever. 4K demonstrations. Just want to leave them here. Let's do some color real quick, and then I'm out of here. I'm tired. I gotta get some sleep. It is our 720p 1,000 lumen projector. Yep. There's only 43. I'm curious. Oh, you're still eating it. Okay, that's good to know. So that's what takes forever for me. That's good to know. So I bring my projector back 13 feet for some fun. This is just for having fun. In a fully lit environment at 13 feet. Just for fun. It's not fun without a challenge. There we go. That's better. Just can't have the fun without the challenge. I'm not challenging anybody. I mean, it's not a challenge for me. If I pull a projector back 13 feet, there's no challenge in that for me anymore. I got to throw a 130 watt lamp in the middle of the screen. Now that's fun. It's just too easy. I'm not trying to brag, but it's just too easy. You're supposed to push your technology to the next level. Not supposed to make it easy. Not supposed to hold his hand. Just make it hard. Our screen is designed to absorb all the light in the environment into that screen and basically produce an image. Make it even harder for it. It's 1,000 lumens. So 1,000 lumens has to travel 13 feet through all this ambient light, and it has to push right through that 130. Let's go over to, if I can show you bright levels, no problem. You should be to show me a contrast demonstration. And this is what you will be up against if you ever try to challenge this technology. I'll put you right through this. I have your product right here, right now. I'll put you right against this screen. So if you try to compare, and he knows who he is, you try to compare your technology to this, yeah, I'll put a challenge on you today. And I guarantee you won't do it. GoPro, snowboarding. See if we can get them going down the hill. See, I can show you white levels, no problem. At 13 feet back. Now, because I can display you white levels, let's see you pull a contrast level doing the exact same demonstration I'm doing right now. All right, that's what these guys doing. Here we go. Yeah, easy. Now, if you decide to challenge this technology by, I don't know, saying anything dumb out of your mouth, which you usually do, sorry to say that, but it's true. How I'm displaying my white levels at 13 feet with a 130 milli screen, you'll have to do the exact same demonstration, same projector, but you'll have to display a black contrast demonstration, as in a star field. 4K demonstration. You have to display that. Nah, it's too easy. That's a too easy demonstration. You gotta do a star field. So that screen doesn't even wash out. But then again, it pulled the demonstration outside on the same projector at 13 feet. So, like I said, there's more outside ambient light right now than we're using inside the house. J and K 4K. Design absorbs anything that hits it. I love black technology. This is absolutely beautiful. Now I have to go after the ad. Alright, let's go through again. So you would have to display Starfield demonstration. Like I said, you talk about this technology, choose to, I'll give you this challenge today. Which means I can display white levels off my screen, even with the 130, even at 1,000 lumens, even at 13 feet back. I can do that with no problem. I even did it outside with no problem. You would have to display that inside the house. I could make it a challenge for outside the house, because I can display snow outside with no problem. I can make it so you have to take that screen outside and display a contrast. And if you don't do it, then I'll basically take your technology outside and I'll do the demonstration for you. This is for naysayers that don't know how to mind their own business, and the first thing comes out of their mouth is, oh, all black screens, so and so. Well, I can back up my technology. You're going to have to back yours up by basically displaying that I can say any screens without color coding technology can't produce a contrast level, a star field. And if I'm wrong on that, then you need to prove me wrong by basically doing a demonstration showing a fully lit environment displayed just like I'm using now, and showing the star field demonstration as my screen is displaying. You know what? It's a challenge. I'll give you to the end of the night to do the demonstration. And then tomorrow we'll start outside. All right, with that being said, thank you for your time. I got to go, and God bless.